Hey everybody! It's telling me it's live, so I'm going to guess that it's live. Wow. I just woke up about half an hour ago to do this live stream with you guys because I wanted to do it. I figured 9 a.m. would work really well for, hello, phone, 9 a.m. would work really well for everybody in European countries, and also since I'm in Pacific time zone, that's like 10, 11, 12, all sorts of not super, oh my god, I can hear myself. Oh, there I am. It's like I don't know where I am. And I thought it would work really well for just everybody in general all around the world, and also it actually works pretty good for me because I have stuff I have to do later this afternoon. So yes, so this is going to be super casual, super laid back. I got the bedhead. We've got bedhead going on. You know, we've got the bedhead. I said I was going to be in my pajamas, but I am in actually like workout clothes. So, but that's fine because I have to go work out, or I don't have to. I'm going to go work out after this. So I just wanted to be prepared so that Alex didn't have to just sit out and wait for me to get all ready. So we're going to be streaming for about 2 hours. And just Q&A, just hanging out, just chilling, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. So first of all, obviously, thank you guys so much for, oh god, I just ate a bunch of cinnamon raisin bread, so it's like stuck in my teeth. Ah, crumbs. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I am just so eternally grateful and excited that you guys are going on this anime journey with me. It's really exciting and so much fun, and so I just wanted to give my appreciation and all of my thanks, and I would give each and every single one of you a otter or ice cream if you could eat ice cream, or brownies or something. I would do that for you guys, but I can't, but I would, and that's the thought that counts. Okay, I don't know how to hang on. I haven't used Google Hangouts in a really long time, and so I can't figure out where the chat is. It's not updating anywhere. Oh no! Oh no! How do I get to the chat? Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. I'll just sing Black Bullet's OP song for you guys. Wait, I am so confused. I am legit confused. Hang on. Lou, are you here? Lou, are you in Skype? Lou, help me. Everybody should go and subscribe to Sitting by the Window Anime Reviews because he is fantastic, and he just did a live stream last week, and he will probably, I should have figured this out before. I was going to stream with XSplit, but it was being poopy, so I couldn't. So I defaulted to Google Hangouts, which is totally fine. I just don't know how to find the Q&A, like the comments, unless do I just need to constantly refresh? It's not showing up on the other side. I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, Miss Random Badger, shush, Miana, I'm not wearing pajamas and you're disappointed. Shh, 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 it's fine, I have bedhead. Leave me alone, there, I have that, that's going on. Woo! Google Hang, oh, Miana, oh, okay, oh, she tweeted me how to get to my comments, you're the best, everybody go subscribe, why can't I see it? I'm the worst. Welcome to 30,000 subscriber live stream. Google Hangout Toolbox. You have a place to insert link. You have a place to insert the link to your video so you can get the chat. Video? Hang on. Da 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 da. Okay, yeah, so I'm attempting to, that's why it's being really weird, like, because usually when you're doing live, like the chat just automatically updates. Mine's not doing that. Mine's not doing that for some reason. It's just showing comments. Whatever. Okay. We'll deal with it. We'll get through. Shoot. Okay. It's so weird. That's really strange because it's supposed to pop up like that. I don't understand why it's doing that. Oh, well, okay. Ask me questions and I will just refresh. I'm going to refresh the page constantly. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Okay. Somebody said, where do we ask questions? Well, it was supposed to be in the chat. Juan and Onderos asked where do we ask questions. Just go ahead and ask them in chat or go ahead and ask them on Twitter. Go ahead and hashtag Kuroko Otters on Twitter. Kuroko Otters on Twitter, and I will answer on there too. Let's see. Okay. YouTube wouldn't show it to me. Oh, no, it's there. Okay, good. We're good. Da 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 da. Do you like my horrible rendition of Black Bullet's OP? Like, I'm not a fan. Okay, so that show, I've watched the first 2 episodes, and thus far, I am not the biggest fan of it. Like, first episode made me super upset because I was so excited. I was so incredibly excited for that. And then, it was super disappointing. It was all over the place. It had no idea what it wanted to be. It's just kind of made me really bummed out. Second episode was much better if I didn't think too critically of it, because there was a lot of stuff that I was like, I guess they'll use my suspension of disbelief for it. So the second episode was much better than the first. I haven't watched the next 2 or 3 that are released. I can't remember if it's 5 or 6 that's out right now. Oh, 13 more recent posts. Okay, why are you not just automatically updating? I don't understand. But the OP, Black Bullet's OP has just been stuck. It has been stuck in my head. It reminds me, it's really reminiscent of, like, Invoke from Gundam Seed, like that song, just that techno-y beat that it has going on. I don't know music. That techno beat's got going on, it's very reminiscent of that, and that's what it reminds me of. So it's just been stuck. It's been stuck in there, and I've been humming it, and David is just like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, questions. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody's saying hi. Oh man, Deebs17 asked, who is your favorite anime manga character? I have so many, and legit, most of them are voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya. That's just, he is my Seiyu husband. I would love to high-five him and just have him record and narrate my life. He is an amazing voice actor. And so he's voiced pretty much every single one of my favorite anime characters. But if I had to pick just one right now off the top of my head, it would have to be Izaya. Like, Izaya from Dororo is one. Oh, look, he's actually on my mug! He's actually on my mug! I decided to go Dororo mug this morning because of just how I just keep thinking about how excited I am about the new season. So I was like, I'll drink to that. And so, yeah, he is definitely one of my favorites. Others include Kuroko, Natsume from Natsume Jincho. Oh god, I have such a... Levi! Can't forget the husband, obviously. I have a lot. Moriana from Magai is one of my favorite female characters. Who else is favorite female? I got a lot of characters. Let's see. What is the longest manga you have ever read? And the longest anime you have ever watched? Longest anime is automatically Naruto. It's as simple as that. It is obviously, for obvious reasons. I even sat through so much of the filler. And then longest manga is Kuroko, just because it's... No! Yeah. Yeah, because Ace of Diamond, I haven't caught up on it. Ace of Diamond will be the longest one I've read. because Kuroko just released chapter 258, I think, and Ace of Diamond has like 320 some chapters out, but only about 200 have been scanlated. So once I've caught up on that, then that'll be it. Ace of Diamond will be the longest manga. That was asked by Xenodark. So, Mild Fanboy 124 asked, have you watched Magi? I watched the entirety of the first season and the first few episodes of the second season, but I need to watch more of that. I haven't watched much. I don't know why my voice got really squeaky there. I don't know why I haven't watched Kingdom of Magic. Is that what the second arc is called? I don't know why I haven't watched the rest of it. David and I loved and like marathon through the first season, so I don't know why we haven't caught up. Maybe we'll take a day to marathon that. Like marathon it because they're so good. Okay. Max Wern asked, did you like Hamatora? And if you did, how much out of 10? Hamatora and I had a strange relationship going on because the overall, like, it was very interesting story-wise, but I didn't really like the vast majority of the characters. I didn't care about them. It had really good humor in really random moments, but overall, like, it was very mediocre. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching it, though. You all, if you've seen it, you know this part. I have never. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there is a part in Hamatora that is the hardest I have cried at an anime since Fate Zero. And you're going to be like, what? Because Fate Zero and Hamatora are not even comparable in how great they are. But there was something in Hamatora that I was crying. Dicky, if you hear pitter-patter of feet, that's Dicky. I was crying so hard that David walked in and he thought that somebody in our family had died because that's how hard I was crying. It was really upsetting. But so yeah, overall Hamatora, I think I would give it like a 6 out of 10 because it definitely made me feel things. And there was one character that I absolutely loved, Art. I absolutely loved Art. But overall, the writing and everything wasn't that great. I am gonna be watching the second season though. I am excited for that. Rainbow X asks, are you planning to make this a video so I can watch it another time? Yes, it should just be up on my channel right after this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's gonna be stuck in your guys' head forever. Oh wow, now it's updating. It's going so fast. Somebody asked, where did it go? Where did it go? No. Oh my gosh. Tucker151988 said, what reviews do you have planned? I actually will grab in just a second after I've answered more questions. Remind me to come back to this, you guys. I have a long list planned over there, and I actually want you guys in chat to vote on the next 3 that I do. So that'll give me, like, just more motivation. Just go and write them, because I've had them planned forever, but then I always get, like, overwhelmed with first impressions every season, and then by the time I'm done all of my first impressions, it's another season. So it just becomes this big, like, I just need to set specific time aside to work on reviews, because I've been wanting to do another one forever, and I just haven't put enough time aside to do one. So I'll grab that list in a little bit, and then I'll have you guys, though it hasn't been updated, I need to add some stuff to it. Okay, I'm gonna scroll up here. Log Horizon or Sword Art Online? I have not watched Log Horizon. I am not a huge fan of Sword Art Online, so I can't say it'd be fair for me to default to Log Horizon since I haven't seen it. So I'm gonna have to go with Sword Art Online just because of fairness' sake. Once I see Log Horizon, that might change. It'll probably change. Aw, Slim's been practicing his Aaron language. I almost called it Kuroko language on accident. Yes, Slim. Yes, Slim. It's doing good. You're doing good. And thank you. You said happy 30K. Is this chat? Sure am. Yes, it is. Will there be a third season of Kuroko no Basket? Asks Skyterian. I highly doubt that there would not. If there was not, my mind would explode because it did so well. It's doing so well. The manga is still going strong. They have enough to animate 1 or 2 more seasons, so they should make more. Are there, Ian Leaf, lovely Ian, he said, are there any manga you've read where the anime was not as good? Oh my gosh, yes, too many for my liking. Dead Man Wonderland is the one that sticks out the most. I loved that manga. Like, it had its flaws. It had some plot holes, but overall, it was so good. The character development, especially of Ganta in the anime, was terrible. It was terrible. It made me so frustrated. But in the manga, he is so good. He does so many awesome things. If you watched Dead Man Wonderland and you were super disappointed with the anime, or even if you kind of liked the anime, you should still go and read the manga because the manga is amazing. So take time to go do that. I'm going to mess up everybody's names. I'm sorry. Integra Helsing asks, what's your favorite series this current season? It is I'm going to go with 3, just 3-way tie this shit. No Game, No Life, 1 Week Friends, and JoJo's. Those are the 3 series that I am enjoying the most. Haikyuu is also up there, but I think if I had to pick favorites, it would be those 3. Zero Shiva 2 asks, what is your rating, or how much is your rating on the second part of the World God Only Knows That we read for MangaPod? Because I was not there for Manga. Oh, I need to read for this week. I was not there for this past week's MangaPod. I would give it a 7, which I really liked it. Like, I still love it. It's a really good manga, especially, I'm not usually into harem, but it's barely a harem, and the characters are fantastic, and it's so funny. Though there's some parts that I was like the little doll part, I watched MangaPod with the guys, and I agree with the doll part. That part felt a little strange, but it also just felt like the continuation of what we had read prior, like it was just kind of the same thing happening, though there were some reveals that were really good. I would give it a 7 because it didn't get any worse. It stayed about the same. And I've heard that it gets really cool really soon. Mosaic Brand asked, what do you think of the upcoming Stay Night anime? Oh, so excited. So excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I'm trying to get, I just got stuck on how excited I am. I've been wanting to rewatch Fate Zero because there's a certain character that I just keep thinking about, and I just want to see him in action again. I need to rewatch that. Twitter. Let's go back to Twitter here. Let's see. I have some people have been asking some artists. Oh, Yoki said that he won't be able to make it, but I have to represent sports anime. I can do that. I've done that already. I've already talked about Ace of Diamond. We'll get more into that. We'll get more into sports animes. I already answered that one. More honors! Retweet! Have you been watching, The Flying Walrus asks, have you been watching Baby Steps, and if you have, what are your first impressions on it? I watched the first episode. I was not as taken with it as a lot of other people have been. It didn't engage me quite as much. But I've heard that it's getting really good. So I will definitely, once it gets up to I think like 10 episodes, I'll marathon through what is there, and then go from there. Make my decision from that. But it looked really fun. The guy's hair kind of bugged me, but then I was also like, but I also kind of love it. The like spike, it just looks like there's a gear just stuck in his head. It made me laugh so hard. I need to check that out. Another sports anime, TVEX Chilix asked, are you still enjoying Haikyuu? I am enjoying it so much more than I enjoyed the manga. Because exactly like I said, the explanation of the way the sport works and positions and everything is so much easier to listen to, mostly because what we've gotten so far has been voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya, but whatever, that's an asterisk. But it's just so much easier to listen to than it is to read, because when you're reading it, it's so much information, and it's just too much information that you have to picture in your head, where if you don't have enough prior knowledge to the sport, it's hard to follow along with it. But the visuals that Production IG has been putting with it, along with the voice acting and the writing of how it's explained, has been really good in the anime, and that makes me able to enjoy it a lot more. So I am really enjoying it. It's so much fun. You should definitely check it out, if just for the animation. The animation is fantastic. Emma Warsnap asked, "What's your favorite thing about Levi?" My favorite thing about Levi is I absolutely adore characters that look emotionless. This is exactly the same reason I adore Kuroko. It's like, at first glance, you think that they're stoic, that they have nothing else going on underneath the surface. They're just stoic or assholes or just have nothing else happening. But what I love about them is as you learn more about them, as you're slowly introduced to them more, you realize that that's not the case at all. And there have been numerous instances of where Levi has shown that side of him, while also at the same time maintaining the mask for the most part. His character was just written very interesting to me. He didn't feel cliche or just like a stereotype or anything like that. And so I just loved his I loved it when he got a little bit emotional and showed that he wasn't super stoic. And also, he's the most badass at killing things, killing titans. He's pretty cool. What is this question? Okay, I have to ask it because it made me laugh so hard. Max Warren asked, do not ask me more questions like this. I'm just asking it because it caught me off guard. It was funny. Max Warren asked, would you rather poop out 400,000 gallons of mayo or poop out a shuriken? Probably mayo, because you're not specifying if it has to all happen at the same time. So I'm going to go with mayo because that could be over the course of a lifetime. And I've probably already done that concerning how much I love mayonnaise. There you go. There you go. No more questions like that. Kelbrick asked, do you like Darker Than Black? I loved Darker Than Black. I've only seen the first season. I think there's another season, if I'm not mistaken. I've only seen what was on Netflix, which I think was the first 26 episodes. But I loved it. Hey, it's another character like Levi that I was just talking about, where he looks super stoic, but can pull off so much hair. Oh, I'm shedding. He can just pull off, but he can also pull out those emotions and just catch you off guard. And there is so realistic in the portrayal of those emotions. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh, he's suddenly a different character. It feels like, oh, hey, this super stoic guy that has a hardcore mask is all of a sudden showing that he is like human. It's showing that he's human. And I think that's always major props to the writers on that part. 55 new emails. I'm just gonna put that back down there. Aubrey Dalice said, "Hi, Erin. Do you favorite anime more with Bishon characters?" Not necessarily. I know I've touched on this on MangaPod. I'm not somebody who will watch an anime specifically because there's handsome boys. Utapri, I started watching because it looked super silly. Like, it wasn't because I was like, oh, those characters look so attractive and can take me away from reality. I was like, this show looks silly and dumb, and that's what I want to watch right now. And it was perfect. Utapri, Yuchino Prince-sama is beautiful. It's so fantastic. And so, I'm not necessarily drawn to it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I'll just say that. I'm not. Dappercoat asked, how many times have you cried during Ichukon Friends? There are 6 episodes out now? 4? Oh, 1, 2, 3. 3 times. I've cried 3 times. I've only No. I was going to put an ad in him and be like, but you know, the one of those or two of those was really just light, but all three of them have been pretty heavy. Christian Alonso asked, what is your opinion on the Attack on Titan dub? I have not watched it yet, so I can't really have an opinion. The only opinion I could give is on the little sound bites that I've heard, and they haven't been much of anything, I think, to really judge it off of. What I heard of Levi's voice, I did not like it. It was way too smooth. It didn't have the biting sarcasm to it. It was just kind of more like, hey guys, I'm Levi. I didn't like that very much. The voice actor is fantastic. Like, I like the other guy's work. I love the voice actor's other work, but I didn't think that he fit Levi very well, if that makes sense. But Hiroshi Kamiya, that might just be my bias. It might just me being like, nobody can live up to Levi's. Zinc300 asked, dubbed or subbed? Either. It depends. I usually watch subbed just because I like watching series now that I have Crunchyroll. I like watching series as they air and as they come out, and so I don't usually watch dub. I guess I've been watching the Psychopaths dub, which is really good. I'm really impressed with it. I'm really happy about it. Usually Han Solo, I'm so sorry. I just hang on. I need to show you these glasses. Oh, it's gonna be reversed, but look at these. Aren't these so pretty? Burger King Originals. Oh, these are vintage Star Wars glasses from like 1983. Because so if you're in America, I don't know if they do this in other countries, but Burger King used to have like a deal with Disney where they would release all sorts of like Disney memorabilia with both with like Happy Meals and also that you could just purchase. And so there are 5 of these glasses that I was at a antique mall in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's huge. If you live in Lincoln, it's out by the airport. It's ginormous, and there's so much weird shit that you have to go there, and you will literally spend 6 hours there. That's what happened to me and my mom. We just spent so much time there. And it's just walls, like floor to ceiling of shelves with random stuff. There's no organization to it whatsoever. It's just random stuff cluttered, shoved together, like just all sorts of things just shoved together. And you have to like look and take time and look at every single shelf because there's something amazing in every single shelf. And all the way back in the corner, all the way in the back wall, tucked in the corner, were these Star Wars glasses. And I had to get them because David is a ginormous Star Wars fan. And so they were $6 a piece. These are like vintage and really probably expensive. They were $6 a piece. It was awesome. It was so cool. Sorry, that got off topic. Okay, questions. Christopher Dino 100 said, how would you feel about everyone dying at the end of Attack on Titan? No, at the moment I have no feelings towards it. If that's what the author is planning to have happen, I hope he does it in a super, super impactful way. Otherwise, it'll just be like, really? Why did you do it? But at the moment, if that's what he's planning and he's able to pull it off, then I'll give all the thumbs up. So I don't have any too many feelings about that. Kelbrick asked, have you seen any of the Soul Eater Not series? I have not. Max Warren said, since I can't do any more questions about Mayo, I'll ask, do you know any other languages or do you just know English? I only know English. I can spit out random words of other languages. I am going to be taking a Japanese class hopefully later this year or next year because I do want to learn a little bit more and to help with my pronunciation and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's all English, all up in here, and half the time I have trouble with that. If I'm writing it, I'm totally fine. If I'm writing, it's NBD. But when I'm speaking, sometimes I just trip myself up. The Flying Walrus asked, who is your favorite JoJo? Thus far, it is Joseph Joestar. I'm not a big fan of Jotaro just because he's a little punk and he hasn't won me over yet, and he's just constantly like, hey, Mom, you a bitch, or calling people bitches or yelling at him, and he hasn't really done anything yet, but so Joseph Joestar is fabulous, and I love him so much.
Hi, everybody, it's saying hi. Hey, hey.
Oh shoot, I forgot to respond. Sorry. Lou and Miana, you guys are so great. I forgot to reply to you, and you're like, oh. I've also had all sorts of other anime openings stuck in my head because we have an Annie Vloggers chat going in Skype with a bunch of us, and we on Friday were all just sending over our favorite anime OPs, and so all of my history, like the last 100 videos in my history are all anime openings, and so I've had all sorts of anime opening songs stuck in my head too. Ha 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 ha. There you go, Miana. You got to hear me like type super hardcore to you. TD Millard asked which Kuroko no Basuke character has the best booty. I don't know, but there's this GIF. Okay. There's this GIF. There is a GIF on Tumblr. I'll have to reblog it again in case you guys haven't seen it. But this GIF of there's a scene where the 5 Saren starters are walking away, and they're like just casually walking. It's from the first season, and somebody sped it up, and so their butts are just like going like this, and it's amazing, and it's so funny. I'll have to reblog it, but that is the best. That is the best booty GIF from Kuroko for sure. Miana asked, favorite couple in anime. If we're gonna go with canon, like confirmed, I have a lot. Let's see. Full Metal Alchemist. There's one in there, but I don't know if it would be a spoiler to say it. I don't think it would, but I'm not gonna say it anyway. Kuroko and Shaoran. Oh my God, that's a crossover. Kuroko. No, not Kuroko. Gosh dang it! I'm wanting to say my Kuroko OTP, but they're not canon, so I don't want to consider them. Sakura and Shaoran from Cardcaptor Sakura. That's what I wanted to say. Kuroko just would not leave me alone. I don't know what happened there. Shaoran and Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura are pretty freaking adorbs. So I'll go with them for now. I have a lot, though. I have a lot of OTPs. No, wait, Nezumi and Shion also. Nezumi and Shion from number 6 are also up there. Roman Sliders. Said, hey, Erin, will you ever do anime movie reviews like The Wind Rises? I am going to be reviewing Wolf Children. I have the movie. I borrowed it from somebody, and I need to watch it, and then I'm going to review that one. So I'm probably not going to make it I probably won't make it a, what's the word? Oh my God, what is the word? This is gonna bug the poop out of me. A usual thing? A usual thing? That's not the word I was looking for, but I won't make it a usual thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at my brain. I want to remember what that word I wanted is. So I will be doing that. I probably won't, so yeah, I won't do it all the time. I'm not planning on making it something that I do constantly. But it is something that I'm going to do every now and then, occasionally. Oh, Salty and Shinra from Dororo. Yes, that's also true. That is also a good one. Yes, James Down, you can ask questions here, or you can hashtag them on Twitter. You can ask them on Twitter with hashtag Kuroko Otters as well. I'm checking that as well. Yachahoshi asked, do you have opinions on Ping Pong, the animation? I watched the first 2 episodes, I think. Excuse me. I've watched the first 2 episodes, and first 4 minutes, hated it, did not like it. Then, by the end of it, I was like, this is really good. The animation really caught me off guard, but then by the end, I thought that it really added to the entire atmosphere of it. It set up the atmosphere of the story, and I also disliked the main 2 characters, but you're supposed to. You are not supposed to enjoy the 2 main characters. But then they brought in the guy who they refer to as China. I can't remember his actual name. They brought in China, and I loved him. And the end scene of episode 1 just won me over. I thought it was fantastic. It's really good. I need to watch more of it. I really liked what I've seen of it. Oh my god, there's another Erin in chat. Erin Tunkin said, hey Erin, what do you think of GJ Club and Natsume Yujin Show? P.S. Rep in Omaha. Yeah. What is GJ Club? I've never... Oh my god, it looks so cute! I have not seen that, but it looks hella adorables. You all should go look it up. It looks really cute. This main girl has a really cute face. I have not seen that anime, but Natsume Yujin Show is one of my favorite. It's top 5. It's top 5 anime for me. It is one of my favorite anime series of all time, and I will never stop telling people to go and watch it because not enough people have seen it, and it is brilliant. It is a work of art. It is an anime work of art. You need to go watch it, every single one of you. Please. Integra Helsing asked, any series you've had a hard time finishing? Yeah, there's been a few. Sometimes I get into this mode where if an anime is just dragging, I'm like, there's so many other series I could be watching right now. Why am I spending time watching this? I can't remember. I'm looking up in my list. I'm trying to remember if there is. Hang on. Let me go to my Hummingbird, hummingbird.me/user/HappiLeeErin. I'm going to go look at my Hummingbird and see what a good answer to that would be, because I've definitely had a few, but yeah. No, Yana, I want fan art of Kuroko X Shaoran, please. I'm gonna watch Yoku, stop. I'm gonna watch Ajime no Ippo. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I know I'm gonna read a golly gee. Another question from Twitter. TubeXChlex asked, do you watch Game of Thrones and what do you think of it? I love Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones so much. I am so excited that I am all caught up and can watch it every single week. It's fantastic. I love it so much. My mom, oh my god, okay, I need to tell you this story. I was going to tweet this story, but I'm just going to tell you it. T.D. Millard on Twitter just thought that when I said Kuroko X Shaoran, he thought I said Kuroko X Sauron. And now, somebody please, it is now your goal. It is your guys's, I challenge you to draw a fan art of Kuroko and Sauron. Do it, please. You'll make me so happy. Yeah, okay. Questions! Barracks, oh god, Barracks Despure. Yeah, that's totally how you say that. Have you seen Makaku City Actors? I watched the first episode. I haven't watched more than that. And sometimes I watch a series, and then I go online, and I have my opinion of it. I have my feelings of it. And then I go online, and I see other people's opinions of it, and then other people saying things about it. And I get really scared to share my opinion. Like, I feel like I second guess myself. Like, I feel like my opinion is incorrect. But I'm just gonna say it. You know what? Screw the world and their thoughts. Based off the first episode alone, I was really kind of disappointed in it. I just felt like it was this weird feeling that the story felt really disjointed, but I also think it was going for disjointed, but I think the direction of it wasn't handled quite as smoothly as it could be, if that makes sense. The art, I loved the art. I thought the art was fantastic, but there was just so much happening in that first episode that I didn't feel like I was given enough time to invest in each scene for it to have the emotional payoff that I wanted, if that makes sense. But music was fantastic. Art was fantastic. I am intrigued to watch more because everybody has said how great it is. I need to watch the Vocaloid songs. But after I watched the first episode, I went and read the first few chapters of the manga. So much better. If they had just followed that, it would have been so much better. Like, just those first, because there was stuff that, like, the same outcome happened, but it was told in a much better way in the manga. So it kind of bugged me out. It bummed me out when I was then comparing the two. I just need to watch the next one. I just need to watch more of it because everybody is saying that they really like it. But yeah. Christian Alonso asked, if you were a guy, which character would be your waifu? I don't need to be a guy to have a waifu, okay? I can have a waifu all I want. I'm going to say Moriana. Moriana from Magai or Go from Free. I have a thing for redheads. It's true. My husband's a redhead, too. But I would go with those two because they are both incredibly strong female characters, and they're strong without, I don't know how do I want to say this. They're fantastic. They're fantastic characters. They're very well written. They're very well written people. That is what I want to say. They are just people, and they're so well done. I love them. I want those two. I just want them to be my besties. I just want to be besties with those girls. Xenodark asked, what are your thoughts on the power of friendship excuse in shonen manga and anime? I have to burp again. Yeah. It does kind of bug me out when it is, actually, I don't know how I want to say this. I do think it can be it is a very overused, it is a very, very overused thing in shonen manga and anime, but when it's done well, it's so good. It's really empowering, and it makes me cry and get goosebumps all over everything when it's written well. Sometimes it's just used as an excuse and just the reason for every single thing happening, but when it's built up and the characters that are using the power of friendship are really well developed, then I have no problem with it. I think it's totally fine. And it's like a staple. It's a staple for those series, and if it's done right, it's done really, really right. Sorry, I blanked out. I started thinking about more coffee. I'm out of coffee. Oh, wait, no, I have a sip. Oh, I forgot to tell my Game of Thrones story. I forgot to tell my Game of Thrones story. Okay, my mom. I'm going to paint you a picture of Mama Karenita. Her real name's Karen, but I call her Karenita. Just like my papa's name is Mike, but I call him Michelangelo. So, Mama Karenita is a very strict, like not strict in the terms of like discipline, just very set in her ways, very traditional Christian, doesn't swear, scolds me if I swear, I don't know how to explain her, but she's adorable. She's kind of flaky. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of my traits from her, but she doesn't swear, and she's very kind, innocent, just people kind of want to protect her. Like when you talk to her, you're like, you're just so cute. I want to save you from the world. That's how I would call Karenita. She's very sweet. I love my mama to death. So it's always hilarious. This woman who scolds me for swearing, her choice in media is amazing, and it's so awesome. My mom's one of my mom's favorite movies is Inglourious Bastards. um, and then my brother recently sent her the Game of Thrones book for her birthday. And he told me that, and I was like, yes, this is amazing. And then other people were like, why would you send that to your mom? I don't understand. Like, just what you've told me of your mom, she's not going to like that. So he sent her the Game of Thrones book, and she blasted through it. She read it in like a matter of days. She doesn't have internet. I should also say that. She doesn't have internet. She doesn't have texting. She doesn't have cable. The only TV shows she has are these 3 analog TV shows that only come in because you got that converter box when they got rid of like analog TV or whatever. She has that converter box. Antenna. She has antennas on her TV. So she doesn't have any of that. She doesn't even have a computer. And so she blasted through Game of Thrones. And she loved it. She was so happy with it. And then my brother sent her the next 2 books for Mother's Day. Oh, I need to call her. The next 2 books for Mother's Day and also the first season. And if you've watched Game of Thrones, it's one of those shows where you're like, I don't know if I want to watch this with my mom or know that my mom is watching this, but it makes me so happy that she's watching it because she is so funny. I asked her, she's watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes of the series, and I asked her, I was like, so what do you think of Joffrey? And she goes, oh, that little brat. It was so funny. It made me laugh. It might just be me thinking this is hilarious, but it's great. It's fantastic. My mom is one of the biggest Game of Thrones fans that I know now. So there you go. That's my Game of Thrones story. Shadow Z455 said, did you ever watch the TV series Vikings? I have not seen it yet, but I want to because I absolutely love Vikings. Vikings are so interesting to me. Chowtik97 asked, who is your favorite Game of Thrones character? I absolutely love Daenerys. She is one of my favorites. Then Tyrion. Tyrion is also one of my favorites. I don't want anything bad to happen to him. I don't want anything bad to happen, but it's gonna happen. I just want I love him. The acting in that show is so great too. The acting is fantastic. Christian Alonso asked, do you feel like you'll be watching anime in the next 10 years or so? Yeah. I will definitely be. It's going to be my love. My children's first words will probably be Japanese because they'll have watched anime while they were in the womb and while they were babysat and stuff. I'm definitely going to be watching it. Okay, let's go to Twitter. See some more questions from there. Oh my god. Oh man, yes. Somebody posted a picture of Kuroko and Sauron. What is that? Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, more questions. There weren't any questions on Twitter, so let's go back to here. I'm going to refresh really quick. Am I hella red for you guys? Am I just hella... Oh, look at that quality. I need a new camera. This camera's been kind of like iffy. There's also a lot of red in my background, and I'm wearing bright orange. I'm wearing neon orange. But it's just been kind of an... Ah! That's a little brighter. That's a little brighter. Maybe I'll just sit up like this. Okay. Quite a few people have asked if I have read the manga Kingdom. I have not, but we are actually reading that for MangaPod coming up later this year. I don't know exactly what date. Let me look up the date. Reddit. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted. Reddit. MangaPod. We are going to be reading Kingdom on August 26th. So you guys can look forward to that. We'll be reading that very soon. Why did my thing do this? It's acting so weird. This is so silly. Silly YouTubes. Which member of the Generation of Miracles would last the longest in the survey corpse? Ooh. Akashi. Easy peasy. And Kuroko would probably last a long time too. Because they wouldn't be able to see him and then they'd sneak up on him. But he probably wouldn't be very good. I'm going to go with Akashi because Akashi wins everything. Winning is life. Otters! Otters! Da-da. La-dee-da-dee-da. I don't know why my thing isn't updating. It's updating. There it is! Jesus Christ. Okay. Wait, no. Okay, questions! More questions! A lot of these I've already asked. Who's your favorite yokai in Natsume? Besides Madara, I'm gonna have to go with, crap, what's her name? It starts with a T. She's the really pretty one who's in love with Reiko. Crap, what's her name? Hinoe? I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Hinoe, yeah, that's her. And then also the yokai that is with Notori. Notori's yokai. I love all of Notori's yokai. They're all pretty cool too. Hi everybody who's just joining. You're all really pretty. Rigorous Whisk said, "Hey Erin, just joined the stream. Congrats on 30,000K. Thanks." So, have you seen Hunter x Hunter 2011? If so, thoughts? I have not, but the urge to watch it just keeps rising in me. The more it goes on, and the more I hear about it. Hi, Derp. Just because everybody is saying it's great, it's wonderful, and that it's one of the best shonen, and I need to watch it.
Do I need to watch Hunter x Hunter, Derp? Hey!
Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Derp? Do you love me? Look at this guy.
Look at this guy!
You can't see his eye, but he just went. So funny. You're so silly. Ow, my ear. You twerp. He's so silly. He wants me and then he doesn't want me. I don't understand. I don't understand what he wants in his life. Wait, why did it do that? Okay. Let's see. By the way, all the people asking if I do think you're pretty, of course I think you're pretty. You're all really pretty. Yeah. Milsey asks, do you play video games? If so, what's your favorite game? I don't really. I love watching video games, but I don't play them very often. But I do have a favorite game, and that is Borderlands 2. This entire Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, I loved those games. And David and I played co-op on them together, and it was actually really good for our relationship. It was a lot of fun and helped grow us together. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna grab the paper and do the review thing. Here, I'll let you guys pick what anime I review next. How about that? Okay, hold on. Hold the horses. Guess the Sharpie will work.
Come here, paper! Come here!
Okay, hold on. I need to write on it. What other anime? Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here. No, my pen's not working. Boo! 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 Where's my other Sharpie? This isn't okay. I guess I'll use this pen. What else just finished? JoJo's. That's what I need. Okay. Okay. Hang on. I want to get chat. I want to get it so that chat is popping up. I don't know why it's being so weird. I don't know. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's just so sad. Okay. Hopefully it refreshes. Okay. I have to burp again. Okay. So this is, oh, it's gonna be backwards. Tit balls. Oh, that's so lame. Boo! Boo! Okay. So lame. So lame. I have the paper. I have it all for you guys, and you can't read it because it's backwards. Hold on. Maybe if I just hold it up long enough. So lame. I'm so sad. Okay. I have a few listed here. Then let me, hang on. Let me do this. I'm really bummed that it's like updating really slow because I can't see your guys' comments. Newest first. Let's do that. Oh! Okay, there we go. There it is. There it is. Berserk or Game of Thrones, asked Sam Andresian. Oh man, I haven't watched the, what the fuck? Oh good. Yeah, there he goes. Great. It just like exploded in comments. Great, where'd it go? I don't know, that's hard. That's really hard. I don't know. I haven't seen the Berserk anime, so I'll go Berserk manga, Game of Thrones TV show. Cop out. That's fine. Okay. There we go. There it is. What? Derp is just, I have this Adventure Time, awesome Adventure Time art back here. I turned around and Derp was just still staring at it. I thought it was really funny. Dushmush Tigger asked in the chat, happy birthday video. I saw you in that huge open office in the background. Is that your workspace in Polaris? That is where Chad was. That is like Polaris channel, like network people that work with all of the channels in Polaris. But that entire the entire area is all of Maker. That is one of Maker's offices. There is another one which is like the production space, which is where I am. That's in a separate building. But that is like one of the buildings that is the building where all of like the channel networks are, the executives, bunch of different like technology, like all sorts of different verticals. That's what's over there. So that's part of Polaris, but that's not all of Polaris. So much more pork. Erin, how did you react when you heard that new Durarara was confirmed? Also, speaking of Virgo and Narita, have you read the Bakano or Durarara light novels? I have not read either of their light novels. I have not read either of those light novels. Wait, no, JK. No, I haven't. No, wait. I've read the manga. I don't think that's the same thing. And so I have not read either of those. I want to, though. I need to find those. I need to find those and read those. Because I need to read them. But, the second season of Durarara! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I'm so incredibly excited about it. By the way, if you there is a new manga that is out by the same mangaka of the creator of Durarara, and you guys need to check it out. I really like it, and if it gets too low of ratings in Shonen Jump, then it's gonna get canceled, and I don't want to get canceled because it's really good. It's called Stealth Symphony, and it's really fun and real good. So you definitely need to check that out. Just go support it. Go support it, you guys. Juso asked, how long have you known Dodger? Since 2010. So three years? That's crazy. It feels like it's been longer than that. I feel like I've been friends with her for so much longer than that. I guess that's what happens when you're best friends. Like, you just, all time kind of melds together. Wait, it's not backwards for you guys? No! That just popped up. It legit just popped up for me. Okay, so it's not backwards. That's great. I'm glad that you know that. Okay, so since it's not backwards, I'm going to hold it up again. And then we're going to do this. Screw you, Google Hangouts. Why were you backwards? Okay, I'm going to hold this up again, and then I want you guys to just say which video you want me, or which three. Let's do three. What 3 animes on this list do you want my next reviews to be? And then I'll do them over the course of, like, once a month. Let's do maybe once a month. That way, just for first impression's sake. Hi. Okay. Hopefully you got it by now. Go on. I feel like this should be long enough. Oh, look at that. Yeah! Okay. Hopefully that's long enough. I'm going to hang it up here. I'll put it up here so you guys can look at it. There we go. Do you guys want out? You want out, pups? Hold on. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Hold on. There was a giant, there was a huge bug there. I did not like that. I did not like that at all. Oh my god, there was a giant spider. Okay. Okay, sweet. So now you guys
have been able to see that.
Wow, okay. I'll have to come back. Kogias, Gurren Lagann, and Fullmetal Alchemist are big ones. Usagi Drop, Madoka, Gargantia. Okay. Okay. Looking like Madoka, Magi, and Fullmetal Alchemist are... Oh! Sweet. Awesome. Great. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I will be doing those very soon. Let's see. I'll do... Oh my god. Oh, they're all over the place. Wow, there's a lot of Usagi Drop going on. Usagi Drop is fantastic. I love it. I want more. I want more! I want more of that one. I love Slice of Life. Aww! Awesome. Okay, let's do this. Here. I need a better marker. Hold on. I'll BRB. I'm going to grab some coffee and get a better marker. So I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. better markers. Which one? Let's use purple. Let's do purple. Okay. It looks, we've got a lot of full metal, a lot of code geass. Let's do 5. Let's do 5. That'll be fun. Okay. It's looking like FMA is pretty hardcore winning for that. Okay. Let's do FMA first. Let's do...
What? Oh, it's so pretty! It's a pretty color!
Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, I love you guys. You make me so happy. Code Geass. Looks like Code Geass or Madoka. Okay, let's do Madoka. And then we'll do Code Geass. Or should I switch it up? You know what? We've had Code Geass and Musad. We've been pretty close. So we'll do this as 4. Now these are no longer there. Casually rewriting over, making it illegible. You guys can't even probably read that now. Okay, you can't really see it since it's so far away, but okay. Awesome. Okay. Wait, we need one more. What was the last one? Had a lot of Magi. Been a lot of... Awesome. Okay. One more. Oh man, I do want to do Suritama. I need to do Suritama at some point. Because not enough people have watched that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wait for chat to catch up before there. There it is. Okay. The stream will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards, FYI. It will be. So, I've watched the first few episodes of Watamote. Somebody is, Andy Stark Amor is asking me if I've seen Watamote, and I've watched the first few episodes. It was really hard. The secondhand embarrassment in that show is strong, so it was really hard for me, but I need to finish it. I need to finish it. Okay, so right now on the list to keep you guys updated, since you probably can't read it because I've got a Gaussian blur on my screen going on. I don't know if that's happening on YouTube. But we have 1, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, 2 is Madoka, 3 is Usagi Drop, 4 is Code Geass. So I think, let's see, what's next? I do kind of want to do some more episode reviews of an anime. I'm not quite sure what anime I want to do yet. Maybe I'll do Free, because that comes out soon. Maybe I'll do some Free. Betty Lincoln Park asked, "Hey Erin, hi," sent me a heart. Have you read the manga for Pandora Hearts? I have not. We are going to be reading it for Manga Pod because I wanted to so bad, because I have feelings on that anime. I have feelings on that anime ending. So I'm definitely going to, because it's ending. It's ending in like a month or 2. Bye, Monster! It's ending soon. So I definitely want to go ahead and read through all of it. Okay. We've got pretty good. Okay, last one, just scrolling through. It's looking like, wow, there's just so... A lot of you want to see Hyobu Kyosuke. That's interesting. Durarara. It looks like Durarara has a lot, so let's do 5 for that. Okay. There you go. And then because I want to 6 for Sir Tama. Boom! We did it. Thanks, guys. Samurai Flamenco's writing is like disgusting on there. Awesome. Sweet. So those will be the next reviews that I do. Hopefully I'll be able to do about 1 a month. We'll see. But I've got enough. I'm setting aside some time to do more writing stuff. So hopefully, I'll be getting those out soon. That's exciting. Thanks, guys, for voting. It's pretty chill. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Let's go to Twitter. See. William Dunn asked, "Are you super hyped for Kuroko or for Psycho-Pass season 2?" Burf, burf. So excited. I puke everywhere. I'm incredibly excited for Psycho-Pass. Psycho-Pass is one of my favorite. I just thought it was an amazing series. I loved the story and the underlying themes, everything. I thought it was fantastic. So I am definitely excited for season 2. I was going to say something, but I didn't want to spoil. Hold on. I'm going to tweet to make sure everybody knows we're still streaming. Still going strong. Do it for another about 40 minutes or so, 50 minutes or so. Yeah, okay. Newest comments first. Except it's not really updating. I don't understand. Oh, what? So many comments got marked as spam. Dappercoat said, "I saw your first impression of Kill la Kill. Has your opinion of the show changed since then?" I actually haven't watched. I've watched up to episode 5. I have not watched the entirety of Kill la Kill. I'm going to, though. I've heard, I don't know, I had a lot of trouble with the first few episodes, but I've heard that definitely changes later on. So, but I've also just heard all sorts of mixed things from all sorts of different people. But I'm going to watch it, decide my opinion for myself, figure it out. I'm waiting to do, there are a few anime, FYI, I've had a few people ask me about this. There are a few anime that premiered this season that I was going to do first impressions of, but now that we're about halfway through the season, I'm going to actually wait to do reviews of them because I'm recognizing in my style of reviewing that a lot of times my first impressions come off as more reviews, and then that makes it really hard for me to go back and do a review later on, just because of how, I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird thing, like just the way I write them. I'm working on changing up my first impression style a little bit more, but just to make it easier on how do I review them, so I'm going to be waiting until they finish airing to talk about No Game, No Life and Ping Pong. Those are 2 that I'm going to be waiting on. I'm going to add those to the list. I'm going to add those to the list, you guys. Okay, stop reviewing, see if that updated some. Do you read normal books? I do. I haven't for a really long time, but I love reading. Reading is something I used to do all the time when I was younger. What was I adding? No Game, No Life. Wait, No Game, No Life has to be in pink. What am I doing? And then, yeah, there we go. Did it, titillating. Okay. Oh, there are some questions. I read a lot of Back to the Book question, which was asked by Matthias Smisi. Ooh, I don't know how to say it. Your name has a lot of pretty symbols around it. I don't know how to say it. I read a lot of young adult fiction because I like it. I've liked it since I was like a teenager, obviously. duh. But I read a lot of young John Green novels are some of my favorite. Mischievous mimicry. God damn it. I see words and they obviously would make sense different, but I say them really stupidly. Mischievous mimicry, not mimicry, said, "Hey Erin, what motivates you to work?" So, oh gosh, I'm really lucky that I have a job that I'm really passionate about because YouTube isn't my main job. I actually work full-time for Polaris, youtube.com/Polaris, which is a network of channels, and we do all sorts of nerdy gaming videos. And so I'm an editor there. I edited Holodeck. I did all of the holodecks except for one. I used to do Daily Bite. I used to do that every single day. Working on a secret project right now. What else have I edited? I've done a lot of stuff there. So I am an editor for that, and so that's my 9 to 6 job. So I work there full time, and then dinosaur. And then I come home, and some nights I have to set it I'm also married, and so that's a commitment. So I have to set time aside for that, and so then I have to also set time aside for YouTube stuff. And motivation-wise, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I'm so exhausted from work that I just don't want to do anything, and so I don't. So I just take time for myself, and then but I love doing YouTube because it's been a really good medium for me to find a community. It's been really good meeting friends. I've met friends in the anime community. I've been a Skype chat with them now, and they're super great. They're super fantastic. And I think what motivates me a lot is just how much fun I have doing it and how much fun it is to interact with people who enjoy the same things that I do, who love talking anime and talking manga. And it's just been a really breathtaking experience to find people like that all across the world. So it's one of my biggest motivating factors is you guys and how much support you guys bring me, because it makes me so happy to see other people who just love the same things that I do. And so that's probably my biggest motivation, is to just being able to talk about what I love without people judging me, which is pretty cool. It's you guys. You guys are pretty dope. Abdullah Al-Omar asked, how long will this stream be? It's going to go to 11 a.m. Pacific time. 11 a.m. Pacific time. That is the specific time. So about 40 more minutes. 40 more minutes, give or take. Can I write a Japanese word as Shuyoshi Yamashita? I can't. I don't know any. I was studying hiragana and kanji for a long time, a few months. I had note cards that I was using, but I haven't really learned how to specifically write certain words. But I did like what you wrote. It's really pretty. I don't know what it says, but it looks really pretty. It looks really cool. What? Master Yoshimitsu asked, why do you hate sports but like Kuroko no Basuke? I actually don't hate sports. I am actually a big fan of watching sports. I love football. I'm from Nebraska, so represent. I love football. There's just an atmosphere that comes along with watching sports. I'm not very good at playing them. Swimming is the only thing I was ever capable of. But I love watching them. Sports movies are some of my favorite movies. Friday Night Lights, Glory Road. Oh my God, they're all so good. Mighty Ducks. They are so good. They're so fantastic. I do love watching sports. So I don't hate sports. I think they're quite fun. I think my favorite to watch is basketball or college football. Those are my favorites to watch. Erin, how old are you and how tall are you? I am 24 years old, and I am 5'3". 5'3". I am average. I've always dreamed of being shorter. I want to be shorter. I'm always like, I am average in like everything. At least give me height, please. So, whatever. Can't change how tall you are, you know? That's something. I mean, I guess you could, but I feel like that'd be really painful. Brian Riddle asked, "What's your favorite type of baked good?" Oh my God, I love baked goods. I love food. Let's see. Brownies, cookies, chocolate chip cookies. Oh my God, if you guys are gluten-free, dairy-free, like if you have to avoid like gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, what's the other one? Corn. If you have to avoid that stuff, but you love chocolate chip cookies, you need to get Enjoy Life chocolate chip cookies. They are amazing, and they have saved me from crying because I can't eat cookies. They are so good. Side note, I also love, I said brownies, I said cookies, cake. Cake is fantastic. Cake balls, cake, food. I love food. Okay, there you go. Sorry, that's so many. Integra Housing asked, "Have you ever had any situations where you felt that you had to hide your anime fandom out of fear of being judged?" Recently, no. When I was younger, I did, because I was very open about my love for Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon and Card Captors, all of that. I was very open about it in elementary school and middle school. And then I had friends that loved watching it, but only loved watching it in secret. And then, you know how in middle school you have people you're loyal to, you have people that you'll go along with and make fun of them if you're like just pack mentality. And so some people I would talk about with anime outside, and then when I would try to talk to them in school, they would make fun of me for it. So it became a thing at school where a lot of people were really, really judgy about it. And so I had a lot of issues growing up with things, and so it became one of those things where I was like, I don't want to talk to anybody about this because it's too embarrassing. It became like it was a thing I did have to hide. But then when I moved out to California, there were so many people that were fans of it too that it was like, I don't gotta hide this anymore, and it was really liberating. It was a really cool feeling. Your mom said mainly college football because of ripped guys. No. I love just watching. I love cheering when there's a touchdown. I love going, oh, when there's an interception. I love watching awesome tackles happen. It's just been really cool. I love the impact of it. Michael Might asks, "Is there any shonens you keep up with, like One Piece, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter?" There is not. I kept up with Naruto until about last year, and then fillers just really brought me down. So I have not really kept like staying up with any shonen right now. I've never seen any One Piece. Yeah, judge away. It's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Oh, spilled. Oh no, everywhere. Coffee. Wait, what? What's happening? What's going on? There we go. Geez, you have to avoid all that food. I actually, my food allergies are, it's this weird thing. My allergies won't kill me, except for, okay, I'm gonna list my food allergies. So I am allergic to wheat, corn, dairy, shellfish, and fish. I think that's it. So those are the food allergies I have. Shellfish and fish will swell up my lips, swell up my throat, and probably kill me. When I discovered it, we caught it in time and it didn't kill me. It was just I needed a lot of EpiPen. One EpiPen. And then, but the other three, corn, wheat, and dairy, will, if I have too much of them, I can have them in pretty small amounts, but if I have too much of them, it gives me either an incredibly terrible migraine or makes my eczema break out really bad. I have some dry skin right now, but I was able to get rid of the eczema I was fighting with because I'd eaten really bad at a wedding. So I just have to avoid them as much as possible, which makes it easier to healthy eat because it's a lot of bread stuff. But yeah, so it stinks. It's a lot of stuff I have to avoid, but I could either avoid it and feel great, or I could eat it and feel really poopy. So it's just a matter of, you know, being careful with it. Except for fish. I don't mess around with that one. Really sad, though. I cry when I can eat. I found a vegan sushi place, and I just cried. I was so happy. I was like, I can eat this! Because sushi was so good until it made me look like a fish. I was like, no, it was worse than that. Oh, cool. Brian Riddle asked, my sister wants to know what your favorite non-anime show is. Game of Thrones right now. Right now it'd be Game of Thrones. Supernatural. I need to catch up with that. Supernatural, Supernat, and what's the other one? Revenge. New season. Every time a new season of Revenge comes out on Netflix, David doesn't hear from me for 2 days. It's so great. It's so guilty pleasure, and it's so great. What kind of music do you listen to? What are some of your favorite artists? I listen to anything. I listen to everything. It depends on what mood I'm in. A lot of times I'll listen to one thing repeatedly for weeks. Right now, you're gonna judgy, and I'm gonna Z-snappy because I don't give a crap. I have been listening to Fall Out Boy's new album because it's not particularly good, it's not particularly great, not particularly catchy, but I can't stop listening to it. And I think one of the reasons is, a lot of times the reason I listen to music, sometimes it's at work and I just zone out to it. I usually listen to different playlists when that happens, like Get Shit Done on 8 tracks. I usually listen to that. But a lot of times when I listen to music, I'm imagining stories in my head, and then I can take those stories, and then it sounds really weird, and then I can write them later. So a lot of times that's what I'm listening to my music for. And I've been working on a, I don't know if it's ever gonna get finished, but on a small anime music video to a Fall Out Boy song, and so I've been listening to that constantly. So yeah, I've been listening to Fall Out Boy. Don't judge me. What else have I been listening to? Bastille. Been listening to Bastille. A lot of Spy Air. Been listening to a lot of Spy Air. One OK Rock is one I've been listening to. Yeah. I think those are about what I've been listening to right now. But I love everything. Breaking Benjamin is one of my favorite bands. I love David Cook, Kelly Clarkson, some of the American Idol people, Carrie Underwood. I love some country music. I haven't listened to a lot of country music, but I love all sorts of music. Music is great. Music is fun. What's the print in the background? Not the Phase Zero one. Oh, JK. It is actually, I got this from Courtney Pants for my birthday. It is Adventure Time. Adventure Time. Oh, light. I'll go right here. It's Adventure Time in like anime style. It's really cool. I love it. Courtney Pants gave this to me. Super cool. It's really heavy. It's super heavy, but it's a really cool print. So that's what that is. I need to get that hung up. Yeah. Okay. Torbus2 asked, do you know Setokai Yakuni Domo? I do not, but I'm gonna Google. Oh! Wait, this looks really familiar. I do not know what this is. I haven't seen or read it or anything. Is it good? Would you recommend it? Should I check it out? Again, let's go to, I'm going to go to Twitter, see if we have any questions over there. Andy, I never remember how to pronounce your username. Andy asked, would you ever think of doing something like Manga Pod purely for anime? Right now, I don't have any plans to. Daza and Yoku did a podcast called Anniverse for quite a little bit, so you can go and check that out, youtube.com/Anniverse, where they just talked about anime. It was like Manga Pod but for anime. Though I guess it wasn't like specific anime, so maybe someday. But Potaku has really good podcasts about anime. You should definitely go and check them out. They're all really cool. Ooh, what's Page World? Bam! Oh, cool. It's a cool little art site for manga artists. Oh, that's cool. Somebody, Twitter, Yushio Rocks sent me a link. It said, since you draw every now and then, you should post them to Page World, nice art website. And this is a cute little website for manga artists and manga fans. That's cool. Kind of like an Instagram a little bit. I'll have to post some stuff there sometime. I have been drawing a lot more, which is it's been really relaxing. I've noticed that sometimes if I start to get into an episode, if I can get to a notebook and just sketch something really quick, it really helps calm me down. It's really neat. Wait, have I read episode? I think I've read some Mega MC in chat is telling me that I need to make sure to go and read the latest Kuroko no Basket chapter. I think I read it already. I can't remember if it was 259 or 260 that I read. But oh, it's not out yet. Okay, so then it was definitely 260. And 260, I should do a chapter review of it because it bloated my mind. Oh, hey, gorgeous. This, for those of you just joining, this is the list of anime. Oh, this is the list of anime that I'm going to be reviewing, and you guys helped me pick the next 5, and then I added a 6 because I wanted to do that. You guys helped me pick some. Xenodark asked, what sport would you like to see a manga for? Dog hair in my mouth. I don't have a specific sport, but I do want to see more sports anime and manga where their teams are female. Like, I want to see girls' sports too. Like, I want to see girls playing sports because it could be done the exact same way. It just hasn't happened yet. Girls are always reduced, except for, like, the rare exception. Girls tend to just be reduced to managers, which all of the managers, like, are great and they're really good. Like, the characters are usually so endearing that it's like fine. But I just want to see a sports anime or manga that's incredibly, the team is female. I want to see that. I would love that. Deep17 said, you mentioned earlier that you were talking about your favorite anime openings, so what is your favorite? I have a lot. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood opening 4, I think it is, period is one of my favorites. Invoke from Gundam Seed. Kuroko no Basket Season 2 opening 1. Can Do. There's some other ones. Suritama's opening. Suritama's awesome. Attack on Titan, both 1 and 2. Pandora Hearts is great. What are some? There's too much in there that I can't go and look. Natsume, no, not. I didn't really like Natsume's. Natsume's endings were good, but I didn't particularly like their openings. Yeah, I have a lot. So that's a few. There's a few. Coffee is great. I'm gonna be so wired at the gym. Alex isn't gonna know what hit him. He's gonna be lifting. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Michael Mike asked, what made you decide to move LA? What did you move to LA? What did you study in college? I went to community college for a year and a half, where I did all of my gen eds, super cheap. Did all of my gen eds, and then I transferred to UNL, where I majored in, can't remember what the exact major was, but it was so that I could do human resources, and then I minored in video editing. But I was only there for a semester, and then I dropped out and moved to LA because Maker offered both David and I jobs, and they offered me a video editing position and said that they would help me. They would teach me everything that I needed to know tech-wise to do it, and it was kind of like an intern basis to see if I could pick it up and if I could edit well enough for them to want to actually hire me. And so I apparently did good, apparently impressed them enough, and so that's what made David and I move out, was our job opportunities at Maker. So Tankbuster320 said, I suspect that all female sports anime would be reduced to fan service the show. That's what I want. No. That's what I don't want. That's what I don't want. I want them to make an all-female sports anime, because that is basically what, like, if you go to manga here and look for sports manga, like, all the ones that are female-centered, except for 1 or 2, are all fan service looking shows, or fan service looking manga. Like, maybe they aren't. I didn't actually take time to read any of them, but they just, from the cover, you're like, you're virgin on a hentai cover. So I just want an all-female sports anime or manga where it's not fan service, where it's exactly like all the other sports anime, just happens to be females playing. It would be dope. It would be so awesome. It would be fantastic. I have a lot of feelings. Chris Dory said, sorry if a question similar nature has already been asked, but what is that white poster board with the names on it? It is my hit list. Yes. No, it is all the options for the next reviews that I wanted to be doing, and I had you guys in chat pick some. So that's what that is. Dan Hong asked, what do you like on your pizza? I don't eat pizza very often just because it's basically all of my allergies shoved into one thing. But I tend to just like cheese. It's pretty simple. But there is, if you're ever in Lincoln, Nebraska, or just in Nebraska in general, there is a restaurant called Valentino's Pizza, and they have a cheeseburger pizza. It's like not just pizza sauce. It's mustard and dill pickle and lettuce, and it is so good. It is so good. So that is probably one of my favorite pizzas of all time. Cheeseburger pizza. Ow! Let's go to Twitter. I have a lot of people asking if I have read or watched Fairy Tail. Like Eileen on Twitter, she has a Fairy Tail Twitter picture. It's really cute. I have not. I've heard of it. I have not seen or watched it. Now that there's like the second part of it starting, I need to. There's so many anime in the world that I haven't watched. I need to. I need to check so many out. Liam Piper on Twitter asked, which manga anime would you recommend for someone who is new to the genres? I think sometimes anime can get like, if you're new to it, it can be really heavy, certain series. I always recommend Full Metal Alchemist because it's got fantastic writing and characters, but it's also really good action, and also just can show how thought out a story an anime could be. So I suggest that. And then for like a slice of life, I suggest Natsume and Usagi Drop are both really good slice of lives, because Natsume more so because it is really good slice of life, but also has the supernatural elements to it that a lot of people are drawn to. Sports, I recommend Kuroko is really good sports, but I also recommend watching Slam Dunk. A lot of people, obviously Slam Dunk is one of the most stable sports anime. Then, I'm trying to think, Harem. I haven't watched all of World God Only Knows, but what I have seen I really liked. Psychopaths is one for more of a dystopia you should go with. Madoka Magica, it's really good. Yeah, so there's a lot. Soul Eater is also a good starting one. Soul Eater is a really good starting one. Full Metal Alchemist, like I said, I already said that. Code Geass. Code Geass is a really good mech one.
Yeah, so there's a lot. There's a few.
Yes! Chris Mugens on Twitter said, I would watch the heck out of a non-fan service all-female field hockey anime. So would I. I feel you, bro. Dude, totes. Yes! Okay. YouTube is updating really slow. Okay, so we're coming up on about 20 minutes left. So let's get some final questions in here. Oh. Go ahead, and if you're wondering where to ask questions, you go ahead and just ask questions in the chat. Just go ahead and ask questions right here, and I'll see them. Serious question, cheesecake or donuts? Donuts. I'm gonna go donuts. Thoughts on Digimon? Nostalgia! Hardcore nostalgia. Love it. I watched some of that on Netflix the other day, and it made me so happy. There's an anime called Princess Nine Kisaragi Girls High Baseball Club, or Princess Nine for short. It has an all-girls baseball team. Yes, this is why I love you guys. You guys tell me about stuff I don't know about. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Princess Nine. How many episodes is it? 26? I'll have to check that out. That will have to be one that I go and watch. Yeah. Oh, somebody. Pizza Hut has a cheeseburger pizza now? No, get out of here, Pizza Hut. You're not nearly as good. Oh, that does not look nothing. That looks nothing. No, that looks nothing like Valentino's. That looks really cool, though. Are those mushrooms? Oh, no, those are cheeseburgers. Those are burgers. That looks pretty cool, even though I can't say I would maybe eat that, but it looks pretty interesting. What are your feelings on the Fate Stay Night remake? I've already just peeped my excitement earlier. I'm really excited! Really excited. I'm super excited. I watched a little preview the other day and just like exploded. Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah. I thought of something, and you guys won't care because it has nothing to do with anybody. But yeah, so I would say. Yushio Okazaki asks, what's one anime you can watch over and over and over? Baccano Kuroko no Basuke, Outlaw Star, Trigun, I just have to keep looking at my list. Not to Meijin Show, not to Meijin Show. Those are some. Those are a few. Mr. Donsumisu asked, what do you think of the last few episodes of Death Note? Don't want to spoil anything, but the last few were thumbs up compared to the ones before that, but the entire second half of that series is kind of why. YHX Ziari asks, what is your favorite anime this season? I think I answered this earlier. It's 1 Week Friends, JoJo's, and crap. No Game No Life. Those are the ones that I've been watching this season. Been keeping up with. I've watched a lot. But I haven't kept up with all of them. So, like, I watched the first episode. I watched the first few episodes of a lot of series, like Kamegami no Asobi. That one is so silly, but I'm having so much fun with it. La-di-da-di-da. It goes around the world like la-da-da-da-da. Earn504 said, if you could write an anime, what would it be about? It's going to sound really silly because I'm probably isn't going to ever go anywhere, but I have actually been working on script writing a series with a coworker of mine. I don't want to say too much about it, but I want it to be a virtual reality stuck in a world type anime. That's as far as I'll go. But I would also love to write a sports anime. I will write those all-female sports anime. I don't know if I can do it very good, but I would write the all-female sports anime. There you go. That's what I would do. I would write that because it needs to happen. The more I'm getting really, the more this live stream goes on, the more like forceful I get with that. I'm like, it needs to be a thing. Oh yeah, the Kawaii Life Complex Life Kawaii. What is it called? Kawaii Complex Guide. Yeah. I've heard that's really good. I need to check that one out too. I've heard that is really good. I do plan to watch Chunbyo. That's one I haven't watched yet, but I see it on Crunchyroll all the time. I'm like, I should definitely watch that. That is one that looks like it'd be right up my alley. A lot of things are right up my alley. I have a lot of alleys. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. This is not what I was thinking. Oh, no, wait, yes, it is. It is. I do want to check that one out. I was thinking of another one. Chufuri, I think it was. I don't remember what the other one I was thinking of was. Oh, man, you guys, what anime should I watch at the gym today? What have I been watching? I've been catching up on Yawapeta. But, oh, Dazzler, you're here 10 minutes before I leave. But you're here. Hi, Dazzy. Ooh, an esports anime, Korean anime. Yeah, that would be cool. An esports anime would be super dope. That would be super awesome. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go other than Japan? Stole that from me. Iceland. I would go to Iceland and Ireland. Those are the places I would go. Ooh, Philip Daniel said, what if you did a VR anime that is an all-girls sports game? I would do that. That would be so cool. I need to write that down. Have you tried the Funimation anime streaming service? I have not. The only Funimation stuff I've watched online has been through Hulu. So, God, an esports anime. Esports anime would be hella dope. That needs to happen. That needs to be a thing. You boob. Yeah. Yubu said, I watched my very first sports anime recently, Baby Steps, which is about tennis, and I love it. What other sports anime would you recommend? P.S. I already know you love Kuroko no Basuke. I would highly recommend Ace of Diamond. I would also recommend a few of the staples that I haven't seen, but I know people recommend, like Slam Dunk, Cross Game, Night in the Arena, Ice Shield. Also Yawapeta. Yawapeta, which is currently airing, it's really good. I need to write that. Hold on. I need to write that on the list, too. That needs to go on the list. Because I need to review that one. I've been waiting. Oh, and Ace of Diamond. I'll just do it. I've been wanting to review those guys. I've been wanting to review those guys for like the last few weeks, just because I've been watching them, but I don't want to review them until they're done. So I don't want to get any comments being like, how did you review this when it's not even finished? Which I'm sure nobody would be that snooty, but that's what my fear is. Dazza said, are you getting Pokemon Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Stephen H. asked, how does Slam Dunk compare to Kuroko for you? I have not read or watched enough Slam Dunk to make a opinion on that. But Kuroko, like, I don't know. I don't have enough information to make a opinion on that, though I'm pretty sure, just what I know of it, I can't say I can compare them, because I feel like the only thing that's really in common is, like, the fact that they're a sports anime about basketball. I feel like the tone of the shows are completely different from what I have seen. I feel like they're too, like, Slam Dunk is much more realistic, whereas Kuroko, like, it has, like, its roots in realism, but it obviously takes them to the extreme. So I think they're a little bit too different to compare, but Kuroko no Basuke, like, critically, Slam Dunk is gonna be, like, a lot more sound and obviously better, but from a which fills my heart with joy and has a bigger place in my heart, Kuroko is no competition. Have you ever watched Big O? Asked Juso. Yeah, forever ago, though. I used to watch it on Toonami Adult Swim all the time. I loved it. I loved it so much. Fabian Rodriguez asked, I know you mentioned your best openings, but what about the best endings you've seen? I like Soul Eater's fourth ending song. Devil Survivor 2 is one of my favorite. So Devil Survivor 2 has one of my favorite ending songs. It's the one that I can think of off the top of my head. I can't think of another one. Because I'm not a big fan of endings. They usually don't hook me quite as well as openings do. So Devil Survivor 2 and Natsume Yujinsho's second ending are two of my favorites. Those are the two I'll go with. Close your eyes. La-di-da-da-da-da-da-da. What happened to the chair you're sitting in? When we moved, it lost a thing. It's no longer complete. It's no longer whole, but it will always be whole in my heart. How would you feel about doing a Q&A live stream every other weekend or something like that? Maybe once every other month or so. Usually weekends are the only time I have to work on other YouTube stuff, because my schedule is usually Sunday, read manga for MangaPod, write, sometimes film. If I filmed on Saturday, then I edit on Sunday. And then Monday is, if I didn't finish reading the manga, I do Monday manga. Then MangaPod is Tuesday. And then Wednesday is workout. It's gym time. And then Thursday is family calls, talking to friends and family, or date night. Then Friday I have counseling and then gym time. And then Saturday is, Saturday becomes film, edit, watch anime day. So, and sometimes, like, I get anime in on Wednesday, but also Saturday is, like, hang out with friends, like, date night, hang out with dogs. So Usually it's like so packed, but I would definitely be willing to. I definitely want to stream more. Like do some Q&As every other month or so. Just like takes a few hours on a Saturday and do them. I think I would be really, really fun to do. Dan Hong asked, is there an old anime you would like a remake of? I think animes, like, if they, older animes, not really, because they all ended pretty wonderfully. They ended pretty great. There are a few anime that were crappy that I want remakes of. Like, I would love a remake of Pandora Hearts now that the anime is ending, and I would love a remake of Dead Man Wonderland. They're not older. Those are really recent, but those are two. But in terms of remakes older, I think at the moment, like, there's none that I can think of off the top of my head. I guess Dazza said that the Kuroko ending songs are awesome. They are really good. They are really good. The second ending of the second season was sung by Kuroko's voice actor, and he is so adorable. I love the fact that the voice actor, Kagami's voice actor and Kuroko's voice actors are like besties IRL. Like they've become really good friends since they started filming, and they're so cute. Like they'll wear outfits that match their characters, and then they'll sing and like do interviews together. Oh, it's so cute. It's so adorable. I love it so much. Oh, I'm not on Twitter anymore. Where'd my Twitter go? Now I have the Devil Survivor 2 end song stuck in my head. Da 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 da. Let's see, Twitter. Ah. Okay, somebody on Twitter asked, I saw this comment in the comment section here too, but I completely forgot to answer it. Necra said, I think moe is misunderstood in the West as if it is a purge sex fantasy. What would you do to settle this situation? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I do agree that I think it is misunderstood. I think there's a lot of stuff in anime that gets misunderstood, and it gets, instead of people taking the time to look deeper into it or fully understand it, they take one glance and brush it off and just assume that it's perverted or assume that it's stupid or that it's one way instead of taking time to fully understand why people are fans of it. They are very quick to label and very quick to judge. And I think that is something that should change, needs to change, like even within the anime community. Because I think moe, like, it's not a first fantasy. It's just something that you think you love watching. It's something, it's how you enjoy it. And I think that's misunderstood and that it shouldn't be. I think people just need to take the time to understand why people like things they do, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel that way about a lot of stuff, like moe. I don't know where I was going with that. Never mind. Let's move on. I don't know where I was going with that. I do think it is something that needs to be looked into, though, because, I don't know, I wish people in the anime community would just not be judgy-wudgies of one another. People are so judgy. Like, let people enjoy what they enjoy. Why does it matter to you that somebody is happy? Why does it matter to you that somebody likes something? It's not hurting you. It's not going to hurt your enjoyment of something. If somebody else's happiness and enjoyment of something bothers you enough to make you not enjoy something, that makes no sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense to me. You need to stop being a dumb butt and just care for yourself. Like, stop worrying about, like, stop trying to destroy other people's happiness. It's stupid. Dr. Dazza said that moe is just cute. So whatever your definition of cute is, that's it. I agree with that. That is what it is. Like, you find something cute, moe is moe. Who gives a crap if you like it? Like, you should just enjoy it. Enjoy what you like to the fullest and don't want other people to tell you you're dumb for enjoying it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about that. Huh. Huh. Robin, Elisa said, strongest female character. I think Moriana is a very well done female character, a really well written character. I haven't seen the Berserk OVAs or the Berserk anime, but based off the Berserk manga, Casca is one of the best written characters, period. She is one of the strongest, most developed characters in the entire series. Like, just very, very strong. I love her. Refreshing. Doing more refreshing. Why isn't it going? Oh, it's 11. I didn't even notice. I need to go eat some celery. I need to eat some celery before workout. Oh, but I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Oh. Do I have to? I do. I do. Otherwise, Alex is just going to be sitting out there waiting for me. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm going to answer. No, I'm going to answer this question really quick. Kurapika92. You're great. I love you. What do you think of incestual undertones and lollies in anime? I find myself rolling my eyes when I see that in anime. I'm a very, like, I don't know. I'm okay. Like, it doesn't bother me. There are times where I'm like, okay, it's here again. But it doesn't usually bother me too much. I don't know. I think, gosh, I don't know. There's times where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. Now I'm like, eh. Sometimes it makes me roll my eyes depending on how it's used for. If it's just like used as like a fan service gimmick, then I'm like, really? I like it when stuff has a purpose sometimes, I guess. Okay, guys. That was a horrible question to end on because I answered it terribly. I answered that so badly. So I'm going to do one more question because that was so bad. Okay. Wait for some questions to show up. Here, I'm gonna mess up my hair. Yeah. I was kind of disappointed in my bedhead this morning because usually, oh, there we go. Because when it's door made a noise. When it's curly, it like gets hardcore. It goes hardcore. But when it's been straightened, all it does is add like a little bit of curl to itself. It doesn't go full out. So I was a little disappointed in the bedhead this morning. I wish it would have been better. But whatever, YOLO. You only bedhead once, you know? It's not true. It's not true at all. Why isn't it? Oh, whoa. So many questions. Why did so many questions get marked as spam? This makes me so sad. Okay. Miana asked, what sports would you... Miana, like, every single one of your questions got marked as spam. I don't know why. What sports would you like to see a sports anime of? I think I already answered that. I would love to see more swimming. I would love to see, field hockey would be really cool. Hockey. I would love to see a hockey anime. That would be dope. Did you ever watch King of the Hill? I did forever when I was growing up because it was on after The Simpsons, and my family and I loved The Simpsons except for my mom. My mom, who loves Game of Thrones, thought The Simpsons was terrible. How much coffee have you had? 2 cups. 2 cups. I had coffee with a little bit of hazelnut cream and then coffee with a little bit of vanilla cream. What do you think of Shinji from Evangelion? Good or bad character? I like him more in the Rebuild movies, but I think he's a really good character. I don't think he was bad. really actually like him. I am on the Shinji support train, because especially the more I think about it, because he's a really good representation of, like, yeah, he's angsty, but he's going through a lot of shit. Like, I'm very empathetic to his character. He's going through so much, and his age is a big factor. He has a ton of issues, like abandonment issues going on, and he's a really good representation of what it can feel like to be depressed. He's a really good representation of anxiety and, like, what episodes can feel like. And I think a lot of people aren't empathetic enough to his situation. I think I do like his character a lot more in the Rebuild movies. I think he's more enjoyable to watch, but I really appreciate his character for what it was in everything. Like, I really like his character and think he deserves a little bit more empathy from people. Favorite soundtrack in anime: Fate Zero soundtrack, Fairy Tail soundtrack, Pandora Heart soundtrack are all ones I listen on repeat. What manga with more mature mature seinen josei storylines would you like to see animated? I would just like to see a lot more in general. I'd like to see a lot more of, like, a psychopath type feeling animated. I can't think of any manga off the top of my head. I've read so many. There's one that I read recently called Tengaku. Tengaku. Fuck, what was it? Oh my god, too many caps. Tengaku. I tweeted about it. I can't remember off the top of my head what the rest of it is. Crap. Somebody in chat is going to remember this before I am. Sports. Where is it? Oh man, what is it called? I can't remember. Oh, thanks everybody commenting on my hair. I guess I did the bedhead thing earlier. I also got my hair done yesterday, so I'm, like, really excited about it. Hang on, I need to find this manga. I'm really bummed. I just read it recently, and I loved it so much, and everybody needs to go and read it. It's fantastic. Tengaku. There it is. Oh, not Tengaku. Tetsugaku Letra. Tetsugaku space Letra. I would love to see that series animated. It's not seinen, but it is wonderful and absolutely fantastic. You should definitely go and read that. Why do you eat celery before workouts? Because it gives me nutrients, and I put peanut butter on it, so it gives me a little bit of protein. So, yes, I do listen to the soundtrack of Fairy Tail, but have not watched the anime. I stumbled upon the soundtrack a long time ago, and I've been hooked on it. It's another reason why I need to watch this series. Michael Might. Yes, this is a good question to end on. Okay, we'll end on this question. How much can you lift? Because you guys are going to be really disappointed. I'm trying to remember. I think the last I was able to lift, I'm really weak, was, I think I lifted 60 with the bell. Usually when I do my arm workouts, I work out with like 8 to 10 pound weights because I have a really bad back and a bad shoulder and a bad leg, so I can't work out with too much. But yeah, so I think I was able to lift 60 on the bar. 60 on the bar, about that, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I did it. I did it and it made me happy, so there. I'm incredibly weak, you guys. Sweet! Okay, it's 11:09. It's 11:09. So, oh, wait. Oh, god damn it, I keep seeing questions and wanting to answer them. Okay, last question. Nen1070, have you ever watched Sakura Trick? I watched the first episode. I loved how they did the romance. I hated the characters, so I didn't watch more. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so, yes, Kurapika, it's Tetsugaku Letra. Yes, right there. Thumbs up. Yes, reply. Yes, everyone go. Everyone read this. Yes. Okay. Yes, there you go. That is, thank you. Thank you. That is it for my 30,000 live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys once again, bottom of my heart, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting my anime nerdiness and my dorkiness. I love and appreciate all of you so much. You're fantastic. If you want to find me, on any other social media site, I am HappiLeeErin all over. I use Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr most often. Also Hummingbird. Those are the ones I use most often. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll definitely be doing another one of these soon. And thank you so much for picking out what series I'm going to be reviewing next. That was a lot of fun. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Stop. Stop.